that's non-threatening to your finances. This is not financial advice, but if you wanted to save in Bitcoin, you can start with something as little as $5 a day, $5 a week, $5 a month. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You can buy it in fractions, in pieces. It's like buying $1. You can buy it in cents. You can buy a Bitcoin in Satoshi. Okay, you can accumulate 100 million Satoshis. You in essence have a whole Bitcoin. My camera's a little bit bright. Let me adjust that real quick. I jumped right into the stream from a previous stream, and it needs to get tweaked. Yeah. Welcome. If you hit the like button on the way in, type in stacked as you stacked the likes. What up, Leonard? What up, Jason? Lord in the house. Welcome, Jason. Jason, I'm trying this because I feel so passionate about Bitcoin that I want to share it with my community. I want to share it with my family. I want to share it with my friends. And I just feel that it's such a great opportunity. I don't want people to miss out. Okay? And it also challenges me to learn more about it through questions people might ask me so that I'm better prepared to explain it when the time comes to anybody. That's why I wear the Bitcoin sweater, the Bitcoin pin. They asked me about my Lightning node pin that we got at the San Diego Bitcoiners Club meeting. So stoked to be here. Okay, so the premise of the show is first order of business is we lower the music a little bit. Is we check the strength of the SAT. Strength of the SAT. Oh, I need sound effects for this, but here we go. Oh, and then I gotta get my browser. We'll just go to main screen. Normally it's a lot smoother, but the current price of Bitcoin is $26,778, and $1 will buy you 3,734 Satoshis at the time of this recording. So we'd like to keep track of how many Satoshis you can buy for $1 at the beginning of each episode so that we can, in the future, watch as that number gets smaller. As that number gets smaller, that means that the value of a Bitcoin is going up against the value of the dollar. And that's why we highlight it at the beginning of the show. Normally, during a normal episode, we have a segment that's called Why We Stack. We're going to jump into Why We Stack segment. And unfortunately, I didn't have time to prepare something for you today, but I do have a list of topics that I do want to rant about for a couple of minutes before we get into the actual stack recap of our purchases we've done so far and our actual stack of today, the purchases we're going to do today. Okay, so let's just jump into the Why We Stack segment. So Why We Stack segment, bells, whistles, sound effects. Okay, so we're going to talk about real quickly one of the benefits of using Bitcoin as a standard is that unlike fiat money, Bitcoin, well, we'll explain how fiat money works for a second for this piece of it, right? With fiat money, with government money, with US dollars, the more of it you accumulate, the more influence you have, right? So you can change the rules to, you can influence government, you can change rules, you can change laws to make it easier for you to retain wealth and harder for other people to get wealthy, right? And the more money you have, the closer you can get to the money printer and the more influence you have to make rules and laws that are more favorable to you staying rich and other people staying poor. Okay. With Bitcoin, one of the cool things about it is that it doesn't matter if you just own one SAT or if you own, I don't know, thousands of Bitcoin. There is nothing you have no more power than the guy that just owns one sat if you own hundreds of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin doesn't care how much of it you own. The rules are the rules. They're written in code, and they're not going to get changed. So that's just a little what we call a little Bitcoin tidbit, a little bit of knowledge. I'm trying to do these super short, super sweet, so that gradually, if you watch a lot of these episodes, you'll get one little nugget of information every episode. And it's not anything that's overwhelming, just a little concept, a little thing that you should know about why Bitcoin is so awesome. So that's it. That's the why we stack segment of the day. I know we're going through these segments pretty quickly, but I want to make sure that we keep these shows concise as possible, as watchable as possible. So if you have any questions about that, put it in the chat. And if you're watching the replay and you have any questions about that, put it in the chat. Leave a comment, and I'll answer your question on the next episode, which will be tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be back here at 8:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, stacking more sats. Okay, so let's jump into the next segment of the show, which is the stack recap. So we're doing a stack recap next. Let me make sure I got this browser set up. There we go. Browser. Boom. Okay. Just real quick, this is sats per dollar today is 3,734 sats per dollar. And we're going to jump into the sat recap. So far, what we bought on the show is as it shows in the spreadsheet, we are actually dollar cost averaging every Monday through Friday. And if the price of Bitcoin is below our average price, our average buy-in price, then we will buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. If it's above our average buy price, then we will only buy $5 worth of Bitcoin. That's a little bit of a modified dollar cost averaging strategy. But today we had a big drop. So it looks like our buying our buy is going to be for $10 today instead of $5. So let's get that set up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the stack sats portion of the show. Let's time to stack sats. Let's go. Oh, woo, cheering, all this good stuff and sounds. All right. So the stack sats portion of the show is let's actually buy some sats for tonight. Okay. Looks like that. I should have bought slightly earlier, but again, the point of dollar cost averaging is not to look at the price. We're trying to be consistent in the regularity of our purchases, and over time, we should end up at a good entry level. Right now, our entry level is a little bit skewed. Let's look at our current entry level before we actually stack these sats. Trade view. I got the right. There it is. The trading view. Oh man, look at that. It's right below our average right here. So we're still gonna do $10. Okay. So this is our current. Last night we bought up here, and tonight we're gonna be buy down here. So let's get this purchase done. And account for it in our chart. Find my buy place. See where our last buy happened. Can't find my last buy thread. Give me a second. Here. Okay, well let's do the buy anyway, so we don't spend too much time on getting this part done. Oh, I know why. All right, the current price looks like it's at 26,810. Yeah. Okay, do our little buy. Oh, it's showing up as red because we're down. That makes sense. I was like, why is it showing up as green? There it is. I found it. I was looking for a green indicator, but it's red because we're actually negative on our whole buy. So we'll check that right now. So we got we're buying in, adding funds, $10 worth, $10.50, just so to freak out, and we're getting it at 688, 6819, 13. Try 14. 68, 14. Okay, going. And it looks like the purchase is going through. Once it goes through, we'll add it to our chart. Let's start updating our chart anyway. Browser. Sorry if I missed a chat, guys. Do a market order. Yeah, I should have done a market order, Jason. But it went through. Okay. So we got today 5/31/23. We were doing these in two separate lines, so each line represents $5 or close to $5. That's why we're doing multiple lines for today, because we're doing two buys, and that is at 26,814, 6,814. Okay, and that comes out. How many satoshis did we get for that? We got. Oh, that's nice. We got. Let's see. We got 39,000 satoshis, so that puts us at 19,500 satoshis per line. 0.000195 and 0.0005. So 39,000 satoshis, and we spent 1045. All right, we spent $5.22 on each buy, so about 5, 2. Yeah, because I didn't do it at market order. I think it tweaks the number. I'm not getting fees at this point, but that's okay. So as of now, as of today's buy, we're actually negative still, negative 0.5%. So we're down about $1 and about not even $1 yet, but almost $1. But Our Satoshi count has increased to 227,000 sats. Where our total account value is $60.80. We spent $61.10 to get 60.08 cents. So we'll see. Again, we're not worried about the price fluctuation. We're just trying to figure out. We're just trying to keep buying Bitcoin. Okay. So let's go back to the chart, and we can update our chart. Trading view. Okay. So we bought at 26,814. Copy this guy. Boom. 26,814. And next is $10.44 on the 31st. Right? It would DCA on the. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Okay. So there it is. We DCA right there. We're still down a little bit. So now we gotta tweak our average line. So the old average line is this one, from the last buy. So yesterday's buy. So we're gonna tweak that now. The new average buy is gonna be 26,877. Actually, it's gonna lower it, and we're gonna make this line our previous average. This average. So this one's 26,890. 26,890. 26,890. So that takes the place of our previous average, and now our new average is gonna be 26,877. 26,877, and this $10 buy actually lowered our average a little bit. Okay, our average buy-in. So there it is. We have updated the chart with our buys and a spreadsheet with our current stack for this project. You're about to get a small drop. Yeah, it looks like it dropped, retraced, and it's gonna drop some more. And normally, Jason, I would say I would hold off and wait for that drop, but the show must go on, and we must DCA regardless of the price. That's the rule we set up for this show, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's the rule we set up for the show. Again, it's just a quick way for people to not spend hours looking at charts. I actually enjoy looking at charts, and I enjoy kind of figuring it out, Jason. But so many people just don't have that time, you know? So, and then a lot of people are not that good at it. And so they end up just missing big moves because they're either on the sideline or they get in on the wrong time. This way, you kind of average out over time, or you kind of hold for a long time, so it won't even matter. But I do get it though. But for this is more like a introductory type of show for somebody that's new to Bitcoin, just to get familiar with it, what it's about, what a Satoshi is, how many Satoshis you have into Bitcoin, and a little bit of knowledge being shared every episode. Okay. So, but dude, it's awesome to have someone in here that's a Bitcoiner already. And Leonard, if you don't know Jason, meet Leonard. He's an awesome dude. He's one of my good friends. And I met Jason through Bitcoin. He recognized me on the like a Bitcoin app that we both are part of, and he didn't know I was into Bitcoin. I didn't know he was into Bitcoin, so it was great. We met up and we went to like the San Diego Bitcoiners meeting. It was pretty cool. This is a super cool dude, and anyway, so I'm saying, like, if you can, I feel, yeah, the Orange Pill app, exactly. I feel like I can make a bigger impact on somebody's life by teaching them about Bitcoin than I can by teaching them about fishing. Yes, I love fishing. It's fun. It's gets you out in nature. But the stress that comes with finances and not being able to figure out why you're not able to save because you don't understand how inflation works, or you don't understand just how money works. I feel it's a bigger help to somebody, and then they'll have more time to fish, of course, right? Because if you're stuck in SATS and you're saving in Bitcoin, in the long term you'll have more free time to do the stuff you love, which might not be fishing, it might be something different, but it's still helpful. Okay. So that is what I got for you guys tonight. And what we do at the end of the show is we play the exit music, but you continue to stay on and ask any of your questions you might have after the credits. I'll come right back in and we'll answer some questions. And it's a good way for YouTube to wrap up the show, and then we can stay on and answer questions if needed. Okay. So that said, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the SATS show. And as Nate Dogg would say, hey, 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 stack sats every day. Don't bail yet. If you have any questions, stay tuned. We'll come right back and we'll answer some questions. No time to prepare between Fish Hour and this show. I think Wednesday's episodes are always going to be a little bit shorter just because I'm in such a time crunch. But it just takes a couple of minutes to buy some sats, and you're good to go. I can produce a whole show, buy sats, and teach a little nugget of Bitcoin. Then anybody should be able to make enough time to buy some sats. You don't have to do it daily. You don't have to do it weekly. You don't have to do it, I mean, you might do it monthly. Anyway, I'm looking at this service right now where you can automate it. I just want to make sure that it's legit. It's legit, but I haven't. It lets you dollar cost average automatically. You can set it to do like $10 a day, $10 a week, $10 a month, or however much you want at those different intervals. And then you can also set it to automatically move that Bitcoin from your exchange account to your hardware wallet when it hits a certain amount of Bitcoin. So say like when you hit $250 worth of Bitcoin, it'll automatically push it out of the exchange and onto your hardware wallet that you configure and set up. So that's as close to fully automated as you can get, right? It's just that their site is getting upgrades right now. What up, Carl? Let's go. It's just that their site is getting updated right now, so I haven't had the opportunity to test the portion where it automatically pushes out your Bitcoin to your self-custody hardware wallet. And we talked about self-custody before. You get more out of it if you do it yourself. You do, Jason, but unfortunately, a lot of people get confused by the chart and by having to place orders, right? It's a little bit daunting when you first look at it. So this way, you're at least snacking, and then if you want to start experimenting with trading and putting in buy orders and what's it called, market orders and that sort of deal, then you can, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know it's I think this is a gateway show. This is like the gateway drug, Jason. I'm trying to get people just curious about it and start to learn about it, and gradually, like eventually you'll hear it enough and you'll realize that the dollar is stealing from you. Carl. All right, guys. Thanks for humoring me. Thanks for tuning in. We are hitting all-time records, all-time highs with three concurrent viewers today. Today we had 3 concurrent viewers. The watch time is going to go through the roof. And do me a favor, hit that like, Carl, so we get 3 likes on this episode, and that'll be like a 50% boost in the likes from yesterday. We're gonna keep doing this show for at least 30 days. Okay, at least 30 days, and We just have fun with it, guys. Like, I'm not an expert. Uh, you guys are not experts, but we know enough to be dangerous, and we can help each other figure stuff out. And then if there's good questions, which is kind of what I want, then I'll take the time to do the research, because I'm constantly reading and watching and listening about it. So let's go, Carl. Stack that like. Look at that, 3 likes stacked. Nice. We're doing great. But yeah, if you have any questions, if you guys do decide to do a little bit of research on your own, I just finished the book. It's easy. I say read a book, but I listened to it. I didn't read that. I read this book. I streamed your stream on Twitch and copyright me, bro. Nice. Nice. That's hilarious, Carl. It's a book. It's called Inventing Bitcoin. Okay? There's a book called Inventing Bitcoin. It's about 3 hours if you listen to it on 1.25 speed. But it walks you through the whole process of inventing Bitcoin, and in a way that you're able to see what all the different aspects of it are, why it works, how it works, why mining works, what proof of work is, what a block is, what a blockchain is, what is needed to be a miner, what gives Bitcoin its value. It's a really cool book, and it's very well written. It's called Inventing Bitcoin. So you guys gotta check that out. Okay. Last thing I wanted to show you guys before we sign off is, I know Jason, you're kind of looking into this stuff, but I went and I found this little, what's his name, bit maker on I know, Jason, you like to build things, but there's this user, there's this guy, his name is Bitmaker. It's a Spanish YouTube channel, but he made this little software. Look at, he made this little software. It's called the Nerd Miner. Oh, it's hard to see. There it is. Nerd Miner. It's a little USB powered Bitcoin miner. It's doing 20.5. It's doing 20.5. Was it? Yeah, 20.5 kilohash, which is absolutely nothing, right? But have it set up as a lottery miner. So if it, in the long shot, in the long shot, that it happens to catch a block, the reward for mining a Bitcoin block is 6.25 Bitcoin. So pretty incredible, pretty cool. If that little miner is able to hit a block, that would be so epic. But it's like so unlikely. Let me show you the odds, how unlikely this is. Hold on. Solo Bitcoin mining calculator. Okay, solochance.com is a website. Let me bring it up on the browser so you guys can see it. It's hilarious, dude. Solochance.com, and it goes by, it tells you what your chances are based on the mega hash that based on the hash rate you're putting out the network. So that little thing, it's not even a mega hash, it's a kilohash. So we got to put 0.02098 because just bumped up 5. Okay, so yeah, so would you agree that that's 20.5 kilohash, right? Because we moved the decimal point over to make it a mega. So the likelihood that I will hit a block with that much hash rate is, drum roll please, my chances are look how many years I'll have to wait. My chances 1 in, what's that, 1,000, million, billion, trillion. What's after trillion? Quadrillion? 118 quadrillion 198, was it trillion, 365 billion, 3 million, was it 3,000? Oh no, I messed up. It's thousands, millions, billions, trillions. Yeah, so 118 trillions. So 1 in 118 trillion. That's my chances of getting a block. But if I hit a block, shoo, I'm more likely to catch a bluefin. Yeah, that's true, Leonard. You're more likely to catch a bluefin in Mission Bay. That's hilarious. That's so good. But can you imagine if you hit a block on this little miner? That's like 6.25 Bitcoin. That is about what? It's like $100,000. 6.25. What's the price right now? 6.5. Yeah, it's like $165,000. You know, hey, it's cheaper than the lotto. It doesn't cost me anything but a little bit of electricity, right? And we're in the game. You can't win if you don't buy a ticket, right? I'm like, that's so funny. All right, guys. I just thought it'd be fun to share that. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:15. You guys have a great night. And like I said, that was fun. Good night, guys. Let's go, for concurrent viewers. Let's go. If you're new here, hit that like button. Do it. I'm gonna come back. If you hit that like button, I'll come back and talk to you for a little bit. Who that? Who in here? All right. Guys, have a good night. Thanks again for tuning in.